I don't know if you guys have noticed, but the big three and various other developers, I'm not just going to talk about Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo. There's other developers I want to talk about. But the big three, I'm not saying you shouldn't be a fan of them right now because, I'm a Nintendo fan, I'm a Sony fan. Not a fan of Microsoft, but I'm not saying you shouldn't be a fan of them right now. But I'm saying now is really not the time to be hopping on their balls. You know what I mean? And no, guys, this isn't a video about fanboys or anything like that. But you know, all this stuff about Capcom, and, Activision's whole Call of Duty Elite, all that garbage. That really made me sit down and like step back and think about all this BS these companies are doing and how they're just killing gaming. Now, Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo aren't killing gaming, but it's companies like freaking Activision and Capcom that are. I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about with Capcom especially. But, Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo guys, they have been really screwing us over as of lately. And nobody's even talking about it. Of course, the PSN hack thing, that's old and stuff. But, Sony could have did a better job with that. But another thing I thought about is how Sony just doesn't care about the move, at all. They don't. It's like they release the moves. PC fanboys like, oh, that's it for the Wii. But I mean, this happens all the time, people. Sony will do something Nintendo did. Everybody will be like, oh, they're doing the same thing. Might as well not get that Nintendo thing. But then Sony doesn't use that technology in the same way Nintendo does it. They do that all the time. But basically, the point I'm getting at is Sony made all you PS3 fans, buy the move. And then they don't even give you any games to play for it. So basically, you just wasted 40, 60, however much it is, dollars. And that's if you just bought one, like one move and a nav controller. Games that support the move, those are fine and all, but most PS3 owners would want to play with the DualShock anyways. I mean, if they really like the move that much, then I would see them playing it on these videos I see on YouTube, but I don't see people using Move on YouTube. So I'm not saying YouTube represents the whole PS3, community, but you guys know what I'm saying. And then we have the whole PSN pass thing. Anytime any company create some pass system, it can be good. It can be good. You run away. Run away when you see the word pass. Just run away. Microsoft, you abandoned 40 million people. 40 million 360 owners. The people you started off with first, and what the people I'm talking about are the hardcore gamers. The hardcore gamers are the people who got you to the 40 million. But it's 2011. It's July. It's the 7th month. It's over half a year, and you haven't had a single exclusive this year. You abandoned 40 million people by not bringing out exclusives. It's ridiculous. And then Windows 8 is going to be able to play 360 games. So there's really not going to be a reason to buy a 360 by the time Windows 8 comes out, you know what I mean? I mean, think about it, people. If I was Microsoft, I'm not saying appealing to the casuals is wrong. That's what Nintendo has done. But you guys see the difference between Nintendo and Microsoft is that Nintendo still makes games for its fans. See? Nintendo still makes the Smash Bros. Still makes the Zelda. You see what I'm saying? Microsoft, they have no first party games. Gears of War 3 is the end of their contract. That's all they... Oh yeah, and Forza. Gears and Forza are like the only things coming out this year. But it's the 7th month in the year. And there hasn't been a single quality 360 exclusive. I'm talking about retail, people. The games that, matter the most. There hasn't been a single quality retail exclusive. Now, if Microsoft was smart, you know how Microsoft loves that money. I would just support the hardcore gamer and the casual gamer. I mean, why not? The hardcore gamer is the person who gave you the money in the first place. They're the ones who got you to a 40 million install base to begin with. So why just completely drop that user base. It makes no sense. Yes, you're making money off Connect, but you could be making even more money if you continue to appeal to that hardcore audience. Buy some exclusives from third-party developers like you used to do back in the day, Microsoft. You have the money, $500 million Connect ad campaign. You have money to buy some exclusives. You're freaking Microsoft. Makes no sense. And you guys have seen all these. They're just like all Connect now. Just Connect. What if Connect doesn't appeal to somebody, Microsoft? That's like Sony just taking the move. And just like, well, I can't really say that because you can still play deep games with actual depth with moves. So I can't make that comparison, but you guys know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. And Nintendo, we all know about the recent not releasing Pandora's Tower and Xenoblade and The Last Story. I've heard some people say Last Story and Xenoblade got confirmed for the US, but I haven't seen that anywhere, so clear me up on that. And Nintendo, put more questions. They actually created more questions than they answered with the whole reveal of the Wii U. Yes, I think Nintendo's conference was the best at E3 because it had, the most shock value. It had something like wow in it. Whether you liked it or not, it was still surprising. You see what I'm saying? But the way they've gone about releasing information about the Wii U has been sloppy. You see what I'm saying? It's been real sloppy. It's been real tacky. And they really do not seem to care. I understand, they're focusing on the 3DS and, the Wii U's coming out next year. But like I said in my 2 videos where I ripped Nintendo apart, this is the now. Therefore, we should be getting games right now. Yes, there's Skyward Sword, there's Kirby, but that's just like the 360 when it comes to Gears and Forza. For you Wii guys saying, all the 360 has is Gears and Forza, well, it's kind of the same thing for the Wii right now because all the Wii has for the rest of the year is Zelda and Kirby. It's the exact same thing. You see what I'm saying? Conduit 2 came out. That was all right. There's Mario Party. I don't have to say much about that. It's Mario Party, Rhythm Heaven, Fortune Street. So you guys see what I'm saying here? The big 3 are just like they're slipping. They really are slipping. But I'd have to say Sony is doing the best right now, appealing to their core fan base. And Nintendo coming in second, and then Microsoft coming in third. But when it comes down to it, all 3 of them are really slipping right now. And then Capcom. You guys all know about Capcom. What was the game called? Super Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 Arcade Edition to the max. Just the same crap they pulled with Street Fighter 4. There's like 10 versions of Street Fighter 4. They're going to make 10 versions of Marvel vs. Capcom 3. $5 DLC characters. It's the Resident Evil Mercenaries. I think it's Mercenaries or is it Revelations? Whichever one. I think ain't it both? Whatever. You guys know what I'm talking about. They have it so you want to have one save file. Once you play the game, that's it. You can't sell it. People can't buy it used because there's only one save file. Yes, that is smart for business, but that doesn't justify people. Or because it's a smart business move, that doesn't mean it's okay to do because that can screw over the consumer. Especially when every other developer out there is offering multiple save files. You see what I'm saying? Capcom is contributing to just killing gaming because if that works out well for them, guess what's going to happen? A lot of other companies are going to follow. Activision, the whole Call of Duty Elite thing, and the fact that this isn't anything new, this isn't anything we've all suddenly realized, but the Call of Duty once a year thing, that's starting to encourage developers to follow their little model. I remember Microsoft said they want to eventually start doing a Halo every single year. Microsoft actually said that. You know why they said that? Activision. So see, Activision is contributing to just the downfall of gaming. And then like I said about the Call of Duty Elite thing, that's something Bungie has offered for free. And many other developers. I think DICE has something similar to that with the Battlefield games, like Bungie.net. So why is somebody going to pay for that subscription service? Now, it is completely optional, but here's what some developers are going to do. They're going to cut features that would be free normally, and they're going to put it in their little elite package. You see what I'm saying? That's what developers are going to do. I'm calling it right now. I understand that it's optional. You can still, it's still free to play online. You know, you could pop in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 and just play it. But if that turns out to be successful, a lot of developers are going to start cutting out normal features, and they're going to put those normal features in a premium service. See what I'm saying? Kind of like how Microsoft has, you have to get a gold membership to play online. See, playing online should be free. That's something you should have. If you buy a game, you should be able to play it online if you have an internet connection. See what I'm saying? So a lot of developers are going to do that Microsoft thing, and they're going to take features that should be free, should come out the box, and they're going to make them only obtainable through a subscription. So guys, I know some of you are going to be like, there's nothing we can do, guys. You know, we're the gamers, other companies, they call the shots. But we really got to start talking, because these companies are tripping balls. They're just tripping balls, especially Capcom. Like, I'm disappointed in Capcom because they make great games. They make good games, but they're starting to get that, you know, that Microsoft greediness. You know what I mean? Sorry if I'm talking too low in this video. I have people sleeping and crap, but yeah, you know, Capcom was just getting real greedy with the whole money thing. You know, just the Resident Evil franchise is sloping down, going downhill. You know, it's just next gen is going to be terrible. I can already see it. DICE, I love DICE. That's one developer. I haven't seen Trip yet, but that's pretty much it. You know, for the most part. Well, I mean, that's it for this video. That's enough ranting. I'll see you guys later.